Hi, I'd like to welcome everyone to tonight's preview of our upcoming auction sale. The auction sale is going to be a boxing memorabilia auction sale. Before I get started on that, I'd like to let everyone know that we are now taking credit cards with our registration. If you would like to pay cash or check the following day after all of our auction sales at pickup, I can make that arrangement for you. Please call me at my phone number. You can text me as well, and I can help you out with those arrangements, and then it'll be set that way every time you register. Upcoming auction sales on April the 3rd, I believe is the Friday. We are going to be doing auction sale of Ralston Purina dealer stock. So these are items that were used to sell the Purina feed to the farmers. This dealer was also a farmer, and this stuff has been saved since 1929 and 30 when he was a farmer. Also, we have upcoming in West Lorne, we have a farm up there that we're going to be auctioning off the farm, the contents, the tractor, the car, the rutting lawn tractor. It's a beautiful auction sale with a lot of really good stuff, and the farm itself is a 38-acre farm just off of the 401 north of West Lorne. So nice little property, beautiful house. It's a modern house, 2,500 square feet, and full basement. Part of it is finished. So with that, I'll get going on this auction sale. Just a little background on this sale. My father, again, this is part of my father's ongoing collection. He found this stuff while going to visit the widow of Vince Berry. Vince Berry was a local here in St. Thomas. He was a mayor, but in his early life, he was a champion boxer in about 1920-21. And he went around the world boxing in the Commonwealth Games and the Pan American Games as well. And he collected the cards of other boxers, traded with them these cards. So these aren't things you found in cigarette packs. These are things that managers had, the boxers had themselves. And this is a personal collection. Many of the items are signed. I would say that 90% of this collection is today one of a kind. You'll never find another one of these photographs, especially the signed ones. I believe they are very rare and worthy of note. So come on along. I'll give you a quick tour of the cards that we have and some of the other things that will be in the sale. So you'll notice right up front at the first lots in the auction sale, these are picture postcards, photo postcards. So you can see on the back of them that it is on postcard stock. This was very common, that when you would have your photograph done, you could have it as a photograph, but you could also have it as a postcard stock. This one in particular, I'm guessing it's signed Billy Pritchard. Not all of them are signed. This one is. I'm guessing that this is Vince Berry's handwriting that he's put on here, and that he was fighting postmen that night. A lot of good boxing history going on here. You can see here this one was signed, probably rare because it's, I believe these guys are probably brothers, Hardy and Jimmy Burns. And you'll see on the back here that somebody has handwritten some of the stats on these boxers, who they fought, whether it was a knockout. A lot of these cards are English, some American, and some Canadian. Again, a lot of signed postcards. These ones here just have the names inputted on the back. Nothing on the back of that one, as you can see. But again, this one is personally signed here. Champion boxers. Most of these guys are known boxers, if not all of them are known boxers. I've done my best to take good pictures of everything so you can see the condition of them. Again, more signed. As we move further down here, these cards here are trading cards. So a lot of them had the names printed on them. But then on the back of the card, you can see the stats of the boxer of each one of these cards. So that moves down here. We've got we just found this. This is actually being used as a bookmark in one of the magazines. We just found it tonight. I'll A-lot it in. But here is more typically what you're going to see is a cigarette card, collector card. Nothing on the back of it. But you can see the difference between what we're mainly selling here and what is common in the marketplace. I can't hardly find any of these types of cards, and I couldn't find any of these boxers. Now, here's Vince Barry, the man who collected this stuff in his day as a boxer. Signed on the back there. This is also Vince. This one isn't tinted. Nothing on the back. I'm not sure who this is. You can see this is a larger 8x10 Teddy Baldock, 118 pounds, England, an English boxer. Then, when we leave here, we're going to go across to this other table here, because this is the way the auction sale follows. Over here, we've got basically 4 different types of periodicals or magazines, all related to boxing. Lot of good research in these magazines. A lot of good articles on boxers of the era. This is all 1920 to 1930. I believe there's very little before 1920 and very little after 1930. So the arena, there's just 5 of those. There's 6 of the self-defense magazines. There's a double. I think a lot of this stuff, I see value in it, not just from the research value of the magazine itself, but also because of the covers themselves. I mean, their art, they're very rare, one-of-a-kind magazine covers, so frame them up, put them in your man cave, put them in your bar, put them in your garage, put them in your office. I think that they are some neat stuff. Boxing Blade, 3 of them, but the main one is the ring. Something that I noticed while cataloging the auction sale is the research value of these. A lot of information on Dempsey here, a lot of in-depth articles on different champions, but it is also localized, so it will go in and talk about boxers in New York State, New Jersey, Canada. All of this is great stuff. And there's quite a few of these. Now, all of these are being sold one at a time. They all start at $5 and go from there. Then we come back over to the sale over here. We have some Everlast boxing record books. So this is 1928, and it goes through and gives all the fights that year, what the outcomes of the fights. We do have an early one here, 1916 Sporting Records. That's about the earliest piece that we have. Here's an official program here, and a couple of them, actually. Again, mostly local to Canada. Here's something here. Vince was, as I said, he ended up becoming the mayor of St. Thomas, but he was a real local promoter, and he's had his own athletic club. So what I have here are 7 lots of 5 application forms. There was quite a few of them, but I just wanted to give everyone an opportunity to have a few of them. Now, some of them do have some condition issues with it. That lot of 5 happens to be in very good condition, but some do have little tiny holes from age and stuff in them in some of the lots. But that's a little local lot for everyone there. There's 7 of them. Just a wrestling magazine we found in there. Here's some neat frameable prints. They are in the edges quite in bad condition, dated 1929, both of them. Now, what I think is a highlight of this auction sale, and again, my father received these items from the widow of Vince Barry after he passed, many years after he passed, and she was cleaning out the attic. When he arrived, she had a barrel burning, and she was getting rid of stuff by burning it. So all of this stuff was saved from that fate so that it could see another life as a rare collectible. I think this is the neatest local piece here because this is a poster in Kingsville. We think it's 1923 that Thursday was the May 3rd, but you can do your own research on that. But the main bout was 5 rounds with Vince Barry from St. Thomas at 145 pounds versus, who was a Canadian champion, versus Mickey Malone from London, Ontario. Also from St. Thomas is Pebs Herbert and Kid Noon. So this is in very fragile condition, this poster. There's nothing on the back of it. But a very rare poster, almost 100 years old, and has the collector's name as the main bout in the fight. So I think this is a really rare collection of boxing memorabilia, one-of-a-kind stuff that you're never going to get again. I think there's lots of neat things. You don't just have to be a collector of boxing memorabilia to enjoy this stuff. You can just hang it on the wall and have something that nobody else will have. So with that, I'll let you go. Thanks a lot. Again, the auction sale is March the 13th, Friday the 13th. It begins closing at 7 p.m. There's only 143 lots in the auction sale, so it'll be over in just over an hour. We will have several other auction sales of general collectibles from my father's collection over the next couple of months, as well as the Ralston Purina auction sale I mentioned before, and the estate sale that we are doing in West Lorne. So please keep in touch. Share this auction sale amongst social media and anybody else that you think might be interested in this type of item. I appreciate it. Thank you, and have a great